Hello students, glad to meet you all in this second session. We'll get into our actual curriculum. Clear? So first and foremost unit in your plus one is units and dimensions. Units and dimensions. There are different types of measurement available in order to measure some physical quantity. The types of measurement system we are following nowadays are FPS system, which is quite old, then CGS system, then MKS system. Presently what we are following is International Standard Unit, which is SI unit. International Standard Unit. FPFS means foot, pound and second. Length is measured in terms of foot, mass is measured in terms of pound and time is measured in terms of second. And second one is CGS. C refers to centimeter, G refers to gram. That means length is measured in centimeter, mass is measured in gram and S is time is measured in seconds. And next we follow another system of unit, which is MKS system of units. M for meter, so length is measured in meter. K stands for kilogram, mass is measured in kilogram and time is measured in second. One system of unit in order to measure the physical quantities, which is International System of Units, simply SI unit. SI unit, which we are following now. The entire world is following this SI unit of system. Right. In SI unit of systems, there are two types, fundamental and derived. As far as fundamental units are concerned, there are 7 system of units which is called as fundamental. Then, in order to support these fundamental, there are 2 more units which are deals with angles, which is supplementary units. So let us see one by one. So fundamental are base quantities. Length is measured in meter, symbol is M. Mass is measured in kilogram, symbol kg. Time is measured in second. And these 3 are the fundamental building block of a building. Then, apart from this, 4 more fundamental units are electric current, which is measured in ampere, and temperature measured in Kelvin, symbol is K. Though other measurements are available such as Celsius or centigrade and Fahrenheit, Kelvin is chosen as International System of Unit, SI unit. Then amount of substance measured in mole and luminous intensity. Luminous means a body which emits light emitting body, which is measured in candela, simply candles. You just imagine as candela. So simply it is abbreviated as CD. Then apart from these fundamental units, there are supplementary which supports these units. We call it as supplementary units. That means it deals with angles. There are 2 supplementary angles. Plane angle is just, so this angle measured, let me theta is measured in radian. Radian, you would have come across pi radian, 2 pi radian, etc. Pi radian is equivalent to 180 degree and 2 pi radian is equivalent to 360 degree. The relation between radian and degree. Then another angle we call it as solid angle. But this is meant for 2-dimensional cases. If you go for 3-dimensional cases, that is solid angle, we call it as or measure in terms of steradian. SR stands for steradian. Right? So these are very fundamental units we are going to use in measuring the physical quantities. Yeah. Now we'll move on to next type of physical quantities which are derived from these fundamentals. We call it as derived physical quantities or simply derived quantities. Derived quantities, for example, area, it is measured in meter square. How it is meter square? Area is length into length or length into breadth. Length is measured in meter, again length is measured in meter. So together area is measured in square meter or meter square. Similarly, volume. So volume is length into length into length. So meter into meter into meter. So equal to meter cube or cubic meter. So volume is measured in cubic meter or meter cube. We can apply these fundamental quantities in order to derive some derived quantities in physics. Another example is velocity, for example. What is velocity? Velocity is rate of change of displacement. Rate of change of displacement. That means displacement by time. Displacement is nothing but length by time. So length is measured in meter, time is in second. Second is in denominator. We can write it as ms power minus 1. So velocity, which is derived from fundamental quantities, which is length and time. So length and time are fundamental quantities. We are deriving with the help of fundamental quantities one physical quantity which is called as velocity. So velocity is arrived with the help of fundamental quantities. So L by T, rate of change of displacement. L by T whose unit is meter second inverse. Then we'll go for acceleration. So what is acceleration? Rate of change of velocity. The change in velocity with respect to time. So what is velocity? Unit of velocity? Meter per second. Already we arrived. Again one more time, which is in denominator, again s power minus 1. So totally m s power minus 2 is unit of acceleration, which is again derived from fundamental ones. Then we'll come for force. Force is, you know very well, product of mass and acceleration. F equal to m into a. M is mass. Mass is measured in kilogram. And acceleration is meter per second square, or meter second power minus 2. Kg meter second power minus 2 is unit of force. Simply we call it as Newton. So equivalent of Newton is kg meter second power minus 2. In order to honor the scientist Newton, force is measured in terms of Newton. Then we will go for another example, momentum. Momentum is a derived physical quantity. What is momentum? Momentum symbol is P, which is a product of mass and velocity. Product of mass and velocity, we call it as momentum. Mass is measured in kilogram. Velocity we already derived, which is meter second inverse. So unit of momentum is kilogram meter second inverse. Even in NEET or competitive exam also you may get questions like this. What is the unit of momentum? So many 4-5 units will be given. You are going to supposed to get the correct one. Clear? Then work or energy. Work is equivalent to energy. That we will discuss in detail in your third chapter, work energy theorem. Now what is work? Work is defined as force multiplied by displacement. With the help of the force, an object is moved through a distance d. So force multiplied by distance gives you the total work done on the object. So work done is force. So force is measured in Newton. Distance, it's nothing but displacement. Distance is measured in meter. Newton meter is unit of work or energy. Newton meter is also called simply joule. In order to honor the scientist Joule, Newton meter is equivalent to joule. So 1 joule is equivalent to Newton meter. This can be asked in your question as what is the equivalent of a joule? Whether Newton meter, Newton per meter, Newton meter power minus 2, Newton meter power minus 3 like that. Okay. So work and energy both are having same units, which is Newton meter whose equivalent is joule. Clear? Next physical derived quantity is power. Power is rate at which you are doing the work. Rate of doing work. That is work by time. Power. So what is the unit of power? We already arrived, which is Newton meter or joule. Time is second. So joule second power minus 1 or joule second power minus 1 equivalent is watt. That also honoring a scientist called watt. So unit of power is watt. Equivalent of watt is joule second inverse. Joule second inverse. Equivalent of joule is Newton meter. Newton meter. Okay. Right. For these derived physical quantities, now we are going to analyze what is its dimension. That is called dimensional analysis. You are getting 1 mark in your even competitive examination also from this part. What is the dimension for this particular, or compare the dimension for these two physical quantities, or which are the two physical quantities having the same dimension. Like that, questions may be asked in your board examination as well as competitive examinations. Right. Fundamental physical quantities whose dimensions are: length is L, L is nothing but L power 1. Mass is capital M or M power 1. Time is T, T power 1. Don't get confused with unit and dimension. Unit is different, dimensions are different. Whereas unit of length is meter, unit of mass is kilogram, unit of time is second. Whereas dimensions is concerned, dimension of length is L, dimension of mass is capital M, dimension of time is capital T. Now we are going to get the dimensions for these derived physical quantities. First example is area. So area is measure of length and length. Length and length. So length is measured whose dimension is L. Again L. So L into L, it is L square. So dimension for area is L square, whereas unit of area is meter square. So don't get confused with unit and dimension. Be clear with your answer. Then volume. So volume is a measure of length, again length, again length. Suppose you are asked to find the volume of a hall, we are going to take the measurement as what is the length of the hall, what is the breadth of the hall, and what is the height of the hall. All the three are unit of length only. You are measuring with the help of meters, length only. So this is L, again this is L, again this is also L. So L into L into L, L cube. So L cube is dimension for volume. Velocity. So what is velocity? Rate of change of displacement. Displacement is a measure of length. Rate, it means time, t. So L t power minus 1 is dimension for velocity. So velocity, dimension for velocity is L t power minus 1, whereas its unit is meter per second. So don't get confused. Okay, next physical quantity for which we are going to find the dimension. Acceleration. So what is acceleration? We already given the definition for acceleration. Acceleration is rate of change of velocity, that is velocity by time. Velocity by time. We already got the dimension for velocity as L t power minus 1. Again t is in denominator. So if you go up, again it gets inverse L t power minus 2. That's all. L t power minus 2 is dimension for acceleration. Now I will give you another example, which is force. Force, we know it is mass and acceleration, product of mass and acceleration. What is the dimension for mass? So mass is m. What is acceleration? Acceleration just we arrived, which is L t power minus 2. So together m L t to the power minus 2 is dimension for force. Give you another example. Now pressure, for example. You are asked to find the dimension of your pressure. How you are going to calculate? See. Pressure is, first you know the definition of a particular physical quantity. Pressure is defined as force by area. Force by area is called as pressure. So force, we already read. What is the dimension of force? M L t power minus 2. Area, we already derived the dimension. What is area? Area is L into L, which is L square. Now simplify. As you simplify in mathematical calculation, just simplify. If you go up, Now this can be written as ml t power minus 2, again L power minus 2. So L power minus 2, here L power 1 gets 1 cancel. So minus L power minus 1 remains here. So m L power minus 1 t power minus 2. So m L power minus 1 and t power minus 2 is the dimension for pressure. Momentum. What is the definition of momentum? It's the product of mass and velocity. What is the dimension for mass? Is capital M. What is velocity? We already derived, which is L t power minus 1. So unit of momentum is, dimensional formula for momentum is m L t power minus 1. Then we'll go for another physical quantity, which is work or energy. So question may be asked, what is the dimensional formula for work or energy? 4 options will be given, out of which you are going to choose the correct one. Right? Simply you can arrive, just look at here. Work, we know the definition as force into displacement. Force multiplied by displacement gives you the work done or energy. Force we already read, which is m L t to the power minus 2 is dimension for force. Again, for what is the dimension for displacement? It's a measure of length. Length is measured in dimension or measure. Displacement is L. Now, just multiply m L square, L into L square t power minus 2. So, dimensional formula for work or energy is m L square t to the power minus 2 is dimension for work. Now, you try yourself, what is the dimension for power? Once you know the formula, once you know the definition, you can easily get the dimension for that particular physical quantity. So power, as per definition, what is it? Energy by time or work by time. So work by time is power. So work we just now we derived. What is the dimension for work? It is m L square t power minus 2. So again divided by time. So rate of doing work. So again, if you bring t up m L square t power minus 2, again t power minus 1. So it is again simplified to m L square t power minus 3. So m L square t power minus 3 is dimensional formula for power. Clear? Right, dimension for some angular measurements. Let us discuss. Suppose consider a circle. Let R be the radius. Initially a particle P is a particle is at a point P, and after some time T it reaches the point Q. At this time the radius vector subtends an angle theta at the center. Let L be the length PQ. Now theta can be expressed in terms of L by R. Theta equal to arc length by radius. So arc length is measure of length, radius is also measure of length. So theta is L by L, it gets cancelled, there is no dimension. So angle, ordinary plane angle does not have any dimension, so theta is dimensionless quantity. Now angular velocity is defined as angular displacement by time. Angular displacement by time. Whereas linear velocity is linear displacement by time. Here it is deals with angular displacement by time. So theta, what is the dimension for theta? Theta is a dimensionless quantity. So there is no dimension for it. For t, here 1, there is a constant. T power, just t. If you go up, this is t power minus 1. So linear velocity, dimensional formula for linear velocity is L t power minus 1. Whereas angular velocity is just t power minus 1. So there is a difference between angular measurement and linear measurement. So make a note of it. Now I will give you a few exercises. You do it at your home and post your answers through your comment box, right? Find the dimension for stress, whose definition is force by area. 2. Impulse is force into time. Force into time is equal as impulse, right? Number 3, angular momentum. Which is moment of a linear momentum. Moment of a linear momentum is called angular momentum, whose formula is linear momentum into the lever length of the lever with which we are rotating, which is r, nothing but radius of the circular path. So mvr is angular momentum. Now you are supposed to find what is the dimension for this angular momentum. So what is the dimension for stress, dimension for impulse, dimension for angular momentum? You just post your answer through your comment box. We will continue in our next class.